Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be setting up my budget for December. I cannot believe it's already December. The way my planner is set up, because I Franken-planned it, this is the last month of this planner. And then I have another Erin Condren that I Franken-planned with January through, I think it's June. And so I've kind of been torn on whether I'm going to be utilizing it because I like the size of this for budgeting. However, I personally like to carry my budget around with me so I can reference it when I'm out, when I'm at work. But I can't carry this with me because I have my gym stuff with me because I've been going to the gym every day. So I've been toying with the idea starting in January of budgeting in the petite size planners, not this specific one, but this size. And I think what I'll be doing is using the monthly petite planner to do a like visual like this, and then using one of the dot grid notebooks to put in my actual budget information. So it's going to be a test run in January and see, so we can see how that goes. I do have a feeling I'm going to end up missing the Erin Condren Life Planner and Deluxe Monthly because that's been like my tried and true, but we will see. So as you can see, I've set up kind of the headers, and part of that is because, so I am using stickers from Sarah Marie's shop, Sarah Marie Stickers. Her stickers are really gorgeous. This is the same kit that the same print that Planner Kate used for December, one of them. And so here's her monthly. I went ahead and used my own Bill Do stickers from Planner Kate. These are from, this is sheet S308. It's just multiple colors of Bill Do's. I have a few of those sheets, and so I picked ones that I thought would best fit. Then what I did is, as you can see here, I have headers, I have December budget, I have sinking funds, I have paycheck one, which this is a different color because she didn't provide it in this color. So I bought just like an extra sheet of these right here that are labeled pay 3. And then, as you can see, I went ahead and wrote in my own information. And by doing that, I purchased these December strips. I ended up buying the 8.5 and 11 by mistake, but they work just the same. And the reason I did this is because I was trying to see how it would work saving money. So I've already labeled transaction log. That would be transactions as well. Then I have paycheck 2. Then I have spending tracker. So it's the same thing as the transaction log. There was just only one of these stickers in the like set that she provides, which let me see if I can show you that. Here, yeah. So this is just a December script. And there was only one transaction log, so I pulled this one from Caffeinated Kate. I have spending trackers from her. So that will be these 2 pages. And then here will be my weekly check-ins. And then here I think is going to be my, no, I lied. My debt tracker is in the front here. So I just wanted to get some of this laid out to figure it out, see what I liked, so I wasn't on here forever. But yeah, so this is where my basic bills are. There's a few things that I'm just not sure when they're going to be happening. We were supposed to be taking our Christmas photos, not today, which is Saturday the 30th. However, we might try to do it tomorrow pending weather. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until the next weekend. So that's just something that I'm not sure of yet. Let me grab my pen. Here we go. So I'm just gonna make a little note of that on the side. So here, I'm just gonna put Christmas photos. And then here, I'll write Christmas cards when we order them. And then Christmas tree. So those are a few things that we're gonna do, and that might delay. Ugh, this is terrible. Because if we move our photos to tomorrow, we were gonna get our tree this day, but then we won't be able to because James will work. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. Something else I guess I should note is on the 19th is my holiday party, which means I will probably be Ubering home. So I'm just gonna write 19th holiday party. And I think that that's all that I'm gonna put in for now on the notes. As you can see, my general bills is pretty thin. We've got Patreon and rent here on the 1st. On the 5th, I have Apple storage. On the 13th, I have my phone bill. The 16th is Ventra, and then the 27th is Apple Music. So you don't see any utilities on this spread, and that's because my utilities are included in my rent, which is why that's, you know, kind of high. I do live in Chicago, so it is what it is. Then I don't have things on here like Hulu or Netflix, though I have them. They're under my mom's name. I have Disney Plus, but I paid for it in the full year. And then it's the same thing that I do with Swim for my son, is I pay it upfront for the full semester. So you'll see that in my sinking funds where I save up for that for every 3 months. So here, I just like to have a visual of when my bills are coming out. This isn't as dire as it used to be, because also my student loans, I don't have like a set date anymore because I'm paid ahead by like a year and a half. So it tells me my due date is not until like 2021. So I just pay that. I pay it each month, but I pay it whenever I get paid versus the actual day that it is due. Okay, so then here we have our December budget. So I did purchase this one in a kit because I wanted to just see how it looked, and I really love these colors. I think this is a gorgeous kit. And I am going to be using her stickers in the Petite Planner for January's budget. So I'm excited to try that. That was the first time she's released petite size stickers, and I think that's really what pushed me into wanting to try to utilize the Petite Planner, because that seems to be the system that I'm gravitating toward. The other thing that I've been doing is pre-budgeting. I've been pre-budgeting in the iPad. So you'll see here, I take the spread from the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbook, and I fill this in just with my Apple Pencil. You know, it's just a rough draft. I can erase and rewrite. And so this gives me a nice practice run before I put it on paper. I do both because I feel like repeatedly writing things down helps me remember. It helps me, you know, like, I don't know, just have to face exactly what I'm spending. And so that's just what works best for me. Some people just budget on the computer or just on their iPad. I do like to transfer it onto paper. Maybe that will change in the future. But with that being said, we are gonna fill in some info for our December monthly budget. So we've got some categories here. We have a rollover, Eamon, my stepdad, who pays us for a part of our garage because he uses it. James, who gives me a small portion of rent. Then I have my 2 paychecks combined, and then I have other. So other can be like if my grandparents give me money, if I were to get like a bonus at work, or like Christmas money, or just things like that. That's where I would put my other. So for rollover, I have estimated $650. That's usually always what rolls over, and that's because I make sure to budget in $650 for the future month's rent. You'll see as I'm filling this out. For my stepdad, I'm expecting $100. For James, I'm expecting $300. For my paycheck, I do not fill that in because I do not share my actual income, just for a few reasons. If I were to ever leave and find another job, I don't want my paycheck information out there. People who watch, if I have anyone that I know personally watching, I may not want to share that information. You know, there's just a few reasons why I choose to keep that confidential, but it is primarily my job, not knowing like the legality behind sharing the numbers, because my job is very finicky about that. And then just not wanting in the future this information to be used against me. And then for other, I do not have any plans for additional money. So I'm not going to fill in my total because I'm not filling in my paycheck, but you will see my actuals for these other categories here, and then we'll do the plus or minus at the end of the month. Now for my variable expenses. So these are expenses that are not necessarily bills, or they might be bills that you're never sure of what the total is going to be, right? So sometimes like your water bill may fluctuate, or your electricity may fluctuate. I feel like that's a big one that fluctuates. I don't personally have that, but I do know that that's a thing. Whereas like a fixed expense would be your rent, would be like a Netflix charge, because you know what those are going to be every single month. So for my variable expenses, let's see where we are with a variable. I think, did I put my student loans? I feel like I might have put, yes, I put my student loans under variable. Okay, that's fine. So, yes, I'm gonna put student loans. We're gonna zoom in a little more. Yes, I'm gonna put student loans here, followed by, I might put in half of January, just because it's not technically, it doesn't have to be $650. I can adjust that. It will be $650, but it's just not set in stone. Then we have our cash envelopes, our cash sinking funds, excuse me, and our chime sinking funds. Then we have groceries, eating out, Amari, gas, household. I budget for myself. Amari is for like diapers and that sort of thing, milk, etc. Then we have our Christmas cards. So this is not really in any particular order. Christmas tree. And I think, well, I guess unbudgeted would go here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the totals. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to put the potential saving and total potential saving and total actual. But to be honest, I think, excuse me, I might put that over here with my debt tracker and keep that as like my separate category. So I've got my debts. They're not going to go very far down the list. I will break up my student loans, but they just don't go that far. And I'll put my potential savings over in this spot because I don't share my savings because that's the one category that I don't share. So if I were to share my savings, then you would be able to figure out my income if you did a little bit of math. So we'll put that there. And then we're gonna fill in, excuse me, the fixed expenses. So for me, fixed expenses include rent, Patreon, Apple storage, our Venture Pass, or my Venture Pass, which is our public transit here in Chicago. Then I've got my phone, Apple Music. And I believe that that is it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my total sticker down, and then we're gonna fill in some numbers. Oh, I keep doing that. I'm not putting them over far enough. Okay. I really like how this is turning out. I think this is very cute. I'm actually gonna put a strip of washi down at the bottom. Do I want to close it out with the same pattern? I think that could be cute. So these are just her thin strips of washi. I will have her shop linked down below if you are interested in checking out her stickers. So far, I'm really enjoying them. I will say the one thing that I noticed when I was first putting them down is that they can come up pretty easily, but I know that that comes with the fact that these are removable stickers, which I prefer because clearly I have to pick things up and put them back down multiple times. So yes, let's get back into our budgeted amounts for these categories. So for student loans, I'm budgeting putting towards $800. For my January rent that I roll over, I'm planning $650. For cash sinking funds, I'm anticipating $430. For Chime, $200. So I use Chime for sinking funds like swim, vacation, things that I will want to pay with a card. That's just how I do it. For groceries, we have $600. For eating out, $250. I do not use cash envelopes for these. I just track them on my debit card. That's just what works best for us. I tend to lose receipts, and then I don't know, it's just a mess. And we order food sometimes, and I would hate to have to keep transferring money back into my account and out and, you know, back and forth. For gas is $80. Household is $50. I'm budgeting $80 for myself just because I'm doing a lot more shopping this month for Christmas, and you know, if I like something, I'm gonna treat myself. For Christmas cards, I'm gonna be budgeting $100. I originally had budgeted $60 for last month, and that got rolled over, and I added an additional $40 because I'm just not sure how many cards we're gonna be sending out. I need to start working on addresses ASAP. For Christmas tree, I'm budgeting $60. We already have lights and ornaments. We just need to get the real tree. We prefer real. And then for unbudgeted, that's gonna be blank. I can add up those numbers though. So let's do that quickly. And I'm gonna pull out my big old iPad to do this. Honestly, this has just been working so well using my iPad. Okay, so we've got 800 plus 650 plus 430 plus 200 plus 600 plus 250 plus 130 plus 80 plus 50 plus 80 plus 100 plus 60 equals $3,430. So $3,430. Now I'm debating drawing those lines. I originally was not going to, but now that I see this, it looks like it might need them because this is like a full strip. It's not broken up separately. Let me see where the ruler is. Here we go. I think I got this from the fall seasonal surprise box, if I am not mistaken. Right. Okay, that looks good. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. Perfect. I guess I might need to draw a line here. But do I need to? I feel like it's pretty obvious. I'm not going to. Okay, so that is the total for my variable expenses for the full month. Next, we're gonna fill in our amount for our fixed expenses. So for rent, I have $1,700, so $1,700. Patreon is $15. I'm a patron of Cindy Gunter Baldo. Apple storage, we have $2.99. Ventra is $105. Phone is $50. And Apple Music is $9.99. So we're gonna add that up next. There we go. So 1,700 plus 15 plus 299 plus 105 plus 50 plus 999. That's gonna come out to 1,000. Let's move that over. $1,882.98. So this is what my December budget is looking like. In the next video, I will be setting up my sinking funds, and I'll be setting up my paycheck one for December. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Follow me over on Instagram at Steph's Budget and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.